Yeah, Gunners, yeah. Let's see where this goes. Already considered two, one corner kick and one free kick.
Enzo Fernandez dropping it into the near post and into the side netting. One of the consequences, I suppose, of Liam Rossini's team selection for the Charlton game in the FA Cup at the weekend and then for this, is that with the exception of those players who are injured or
Enzo is playing
ill,
really good, by the way.
and there's about 4 or 5 of those, he will actually have seen all the rest of his squad straight away in the first week of his 10 days of his time in charge.
Yeah, for sure. I think he had to really do. I mean, the quick turnover of getting in, making sure he sets his team up how he wants, seeing who he wants, and actually stamping what he wants from his squad of players. I think he would have been forceful to actually see what he had at his peril to try and utilise every bit of the squad that he's got. And as you said, there's injuries, there's illnesses, but he still feels a real strong squad.
Kepa Arrizabalaga against his old club.
For himself also.
Old club, not own club.
He said he had some nice surprises from those he watched at Charlton at the Valley in the FA Cup third round at the weekend. Here's Andre Santos. Julian Timber covering, getting it back to Kepa Arrizabalaga, who played 163 games in goal for Chelsea, was the world's most expensive goalkeeper.
The match at the Stamford Bridge, it's going to be a little difficult today.
Well, he was outstanding last season, I felt, at Bournemouth. I really did think he was a real key player for them. Obviously, he finds himself really trying to force the issue of getting into this Arsenal side, which is going to be tough with David Raya, but obviously he's been playing in this competition. It does show that all of Mikel Arteta's squad is going to be important throughout the season because of the competitions they're in and what possibilities of them winning silverware.
Sanchez under a little bit of pressure from Ødegaard, but he's dealt with it okay. Mark Guiu with Gabriel, and I think his physicality, Guiu, could be really important for Chelsea tonight. He is in that respect quite similar to Delap.
Yeah, he is.
They've not started the lab today. Mount Gray has started. They are not taking this seriously.
Gabriel won't let him have it his own way with Saliba because he's got to occupy the two. And he's got to be a nuisance. He's got to be a problem.
Big Gabby
Three
playing.
players that are
Hi.
situated in behind him where
Hi, Rudra.
lots of talent. They need him to be physical and
Do you think
hold that
Arsenal is
ball
going to
to
win,
bring them
Rudra?
exciting three that are playing in
Hi,
behind.
Timber trying to
Dalshed.
get forward here.
Oh, I'm from India.
Chalobah was covering. for
But where
Chelsea.
from India? You want to
Interesting
know? I'm from Ahmedabad.
selection, isn't it? Ben White at right
Rudra,
back.
I'm from
Julian Timber,
Ahmedabad.
who is really a right back, is playing left back, and Lewis Skelly, who had such a fine breakthrough season last season, finds himself watching on
Drop in the
bench.
comments, guys. Do you think
He
really?
is a left back.
Yes,
And drop in the comments who is going to win. Drop in the comments, is Arsenal going to win or Chelsea going to win? And let me know who do you think will score the first goal. I do think that Chelsea will end up scoring a goal today. It won't be a defensive game. It really won't be a defensive game today. Maybe a lot of Chalobah already with a lot of play acting.
As much as what he has done.
It was the ball first. It was the ball first.
It is Timber, and he's just caught.
Timber has
Chalobah
caught
here.
the ball first. He has just really ran into it.
Caught the Chelsea defender and
It's
left
fine,
it
it's
really
fine.
smarting. It's a bit of a crack on the shin.
Okay, 10 years ago, both the managers of this club. Oh, Arsenal scored the goal, guys. I've got the notification already. So corner FC again. Corner FC, ole ole ole.
Managed to cause a problem with the follow through.
When Gabriel was out,
I don't know who
injured,
scored the
Arsenal
goal.
stopped
This
scoring
side
from
of the Columbia
corners. As soon as he came
Bihar.
back,
Okay.
they started again. In goes
Alright,
the
and here
corner
we
from
go.
Rice, and
Oh, it's
headed
Benjamin
down and
White.
headed in by Ben White.
It's Benjamin White. It's Benjamin White. Oh, hi Rudra.
Well, he
Hi.
doesn't score too many.
You're doing a
Ben
fantastic
White
job,
gives
Rudra.
Arsenal an early advantage in the first
My
leg
voice is
of
over
the
voice
semi-final.
exercises and
It's
some
some
issues.
very
Wow.
poor Chelsea defending.
Oh, not off.
I completely support you and in all the
This
ways
is
I'll
a
make
massive
sure
disappointment, isn't it? And
if I can be of any help.
I'm sure it's Robert Sanchez that comes out and completely gets it wrong. I mean, is it a ball that he should deal with? Yes, it definitely is. It's an in-swinging ball, left and right. So it's Sanchez, isn't it, that comes out, completely misjudges it.
Sanchez
Then
completely
why? I mean,
misjudged the ball, man.
he must have felt
Thank you so much,
this isn't
Rudra.
coming
Thank you so
anywhere
much.
near me,
Thank you.
and it does.
And
He
surely
anticipates that it's
just
going
try
to
to be in
come.
touch,
And
Rudra.
it is
Thank
a
you for the
straightforward
comment and thank
finish.
you
It's
for
just all
putting this
about
out.
can he execute the header? Yes.
Oh,
But what a
I teach dance for the
poor
living,
error that
Rudra,
is from Sanchez, and that's what
and
it is
I
from the
love football.
goalkeeper.
So,
A
I
real
have another
bad
page
decision
called
to come
Unfiltered
out.
Modi. You
Credit
can
to
go
Ben
on
White
check
on
out
the
that page
side,
as well.
and he tucks it home. There is a VAR possibility.
Well, this might be.
Possible offside. Benji? No, Benji is not right. Off. Benji is not off. Are you a football fan, Rudra?
Ben White
People who are watching, drop
getting
your
the goal.
comments. Drop your
They
comments.
had a look for offside. It's been checked and cleared by the video assistant referee Jared Gillett.
Dal Shad is my number one fan. Wow. It shows me.
Question marks on Sanchez
Beautiful.
again. I hate to raise it so early in the tie, but it's not the first time, Lee.
No, it's not, is it? I mean,
Arsenal are going to
Listen, you have
dominate
to
the game, I feel so.
definitely question
But
the
I
fact
think in the
that he's
second
come out
half
of
they
his
will come out a little stronger.
area there to
I want Victor Gyökeres' goal, man.
truly
Like really missing his goal.
should claim it, shouldn't he? He completely gets it totally wrong. And that'd be the disappointment, should I add, is that you start the game relatively well.
Let's start a poll. Let's start a
And
poll.
he comes out, he's well off his line, doesn't he? Robert Sanchez. Looks like he's going to clear the ball. He completely gets it wrong. It's really, really bad goalkeeping.
Here he is again. The Chelsea keeper.
That's what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you something. Well, can I ask something? I don't think so. I can ask something here.
Little bit edgy round the back.
I swear
Chelsea.
I'm a little bad with this,
I
but
mean, this doesn't help the matter though, does it? I know you want to play out, and that's what
I can do a poll or anything right now, so that's completely fine.
Possession base, he's short, pass base, but the moment playing out in that manner, I'm not quite ready for it with this magnificent press from Arsenal in the high end of the pitch. I'm not sure, so
Oh, I'm a professional dancer, by the way.
There's a long, long way to go, but Arsenal
Of course, I do know Hindi.
struck first with a
I'm
bit
an
of a
Indian.
helping hand. It is Fofana for Chelsea.
I mean, the other thing you do look at is how important the set pieces have been for Arsenal, how relentless they work on them situations of putting good delivery into the box. Well, I don't think it was too much on the defending, was it? It was more on the goalkeeping situation where totally got it wrong and
Yeah.
total blunder, really.
Acheampong infield.
Achupong is actually good for there, but he's been played at the right back. I don't think he will have so much of positional sense. He's too young.
Fofana.
But
João Pedro back into
I think they are trying to
Fernandes.
break the press now. I can constantly see that they are really calling the players towards themselves, and they're actually doing good on the ball.
Esteval carrying this for Chelsea.
I think Estevao is going to be a very big player for Chelsea very soon.
Saliba.
And I do think that he will be probably snatched by a Barca or Madrid after certain years.
All 22
I think there are
games.
2-3 more years. I think not this, but not the next, but the season after. I think he's going to be really
They have been
doing good
pretty
on the scene.
relentless in scoring.
So,
Enzo Fernandez driving forward though for Chelsea.
good shot by Enzo.
Straight into the midriff of Kepa.
Relatively routine there
Oh
for
wow,
Kepa.
Timber.
Feed by Timber, but he's run out of pitch. I have to say, and you know, everybody knows Enzo Fernandez and Moises Caicedo both cost a fortune, but they are, as a pair, and it's not a pair tonight because of Caicedo's suspension, but they are an absolutely terrific midfield pair.
Yeah, they are. Caicedo brings
James is not in
an
the
awful
team
lot
today.
of bite in that midfield, isn't he? And got quality on the ball. I add to that, it's not just that player. She said the compliments of them two having a good understanding with each other. Enzo Fernandez and Caicedo.
Sanchez being put under pressure. Fofana here.
Oh, Sanchez is very bad
Every
on the
time
ball, by the
Sanchez
way.
has tried to play the ball out, it's causing Chelsea problems.
Yeah, it is. It is. Does it suit his game? I'm not so sure. Really not so sure.
That's a good ball. Enzo Fernandez away to Achimpong. Esteban Guerra in the middle. Achimpong getting forward. João Pedro arriving. Shot charged down. And here's
Ask me
Chalobah
anything,
to
guys, so I'm putting
collect
this
it
sticker
for
out.
Chelsea.
I can actually start.
Achimpong again.
So you can ask me
Here's
anything, I have to put the
Santos.
sticker up. I hope it's not covering me.
Timber with the challenge. Ricocheting back to Enzo. Achimpong, who really got this attack going.
Achukpong is actually being good.
Esteban.
Espadal is good. Okay, there was nobody.
Either took his eye off the ball or let it roll. I'm not sure which.
Well, it's been a really good response, hasn't it, from Chelsea?
Do you really think that Kai is going to play today? That's what I'm
You can
asking.
drop your chins
Do you really
and
think that Kai Havertz is
start
going to
feeling that you're going to be up
have
against
some
it for
minutes in the back
long
today?
periods of this game? They haven't.
Or he's going to be protected and rested because he's still not completely
There's
recovered?
that new manager spin. Silvio Messina on the side, really trying to encourage his team. There's a long way to go.
But Arsenal have lost only one of their last 27 games in all competitions. That
Wow.
defeat at
So
Villa
Arsenal
Park, thanks to the
has lost only
last
one
minute.
out of 27
Well, actually
games.
stoppage time
And
would
that's a
be
good thing.
goal, isn't it? Chalobah here holding off Trossard. Timber putting it into Gyökeres. Back to the Dutch fullback, Declan Rice here.
It does just show, though, doesn't it, what
I think Gyökeres' ball control can
squad
improve.
team certainly produced this season. I mean, I think lots of fans would be disappointed knowing the possibility of them not winning a trophy, but I mean, you have to look further ahead of where they are, where they're situated at the moment, particularly in the Premier League. And I know that's going to be the one that they certainly want to get their hands on, but I think they've got potential to go and win a treble this season. And let's be quite honest, they could easily do the quad. It's how
Oh, that's a good ball. Here's Zubimendi. Gyökeres is in the middle. The pass. Gyökeres has to turn. Got the shot away. It's off target from Victor Gyökeres. And Chelsea are a little bit fortunate because they were very short-handed here.
Yeah, they were. It's just a spin round the corner for Zubimendi. He sees Gyökeres. He's had to readjust, hasn't he, to come back to the edge of the box, and that allows Chelsea to get back defensively. That touch away from the goal. They surround him, they force him wide, they do everything right defensively.
This is the kind of the balls Gyökeres
Does
requires.
fizzle out.
Did take a little flick off the heel. That's a good spot by referee Simon Hooper, or his assistant on this near side, Adrian Holmes, whoever it was. Chelsea corner is the correct decision, and they scored from their last one from the other side. Saka is going to take this. Timber with a little word in the ear of Ben White, who's already got one goal. In it goes from Saka. Sanchez came, got hands to it, and is adjudged to have been fouled.
Again, I mean, obviously there's a foul here, but it's not convincing for me at all. I mean, listen, it's an arm on his shoulder, yes, but it's not the most convincing of goalkeeping when you come out like that, particularly having made an error previously.
Achimpong. We saw Philip Jurgensen in goal for Chelsea at Manchester City in that first game post Maresca. He had a really good game. The Danish under-21 international, and Sanchez has given the ball away again here. Declan Rice on it for Arsenal. Trossard has got through the Andre Santos challenge. Brazilian coming back for a bit more. Trossard still. Rice. Bukayo Saka. That's a lovely ball. Odegaard for Saka. Oh, they're knocking it about, Arsenal, with such confidence at the moment.
Here they are. I mean, Chelsea have dominated the possession stats, but this is a really good spell for Arsenal.
And Saliba says, oh, one of you take it. It dropped right between the two. Here's the goal.
Yeah, let's just have another look at this. I mean, Sanchez comes and he knows straight away, doesn't he, that it's all wrong. He's asking for maybe a foul, is it? There's no foul whatsoever.
The offside check was for Gyökeres, wasn't
Yes,
it? But
it
he's
was.
not impeding anyone.
And it was going to get checked, obviously, because the situations of heading the ball down and Gyökeres being in that sort of position, but it was always going to stand, wasn't it? And I think the disappointment in Rosenior is that his goalkeeper, I mean, hasn't paid himself in glory whatsoever in these opening 18 minutes.
I think Chelsea manager will be sacked in 5 matches. This poor guy is coming by managing small teams right now,
Which Hull City lost
and
to Arsenal, whose captain was
his big
Mikel
heads
Arteta.
are going to ruin him. I don't know why Badiashile is not being played. Badiashile is actually a very good defender. I think he's very good at
Took it
Monaco.
up early on in our final, Hull City.
I hope he was at Monaco, right? I think, yeah.
Unbelievable.
Vaguely.
Lost 3-2.
He used to play very nice
after
at
about 10
Monaco, I
minutes, I
think.
think, Lee, something like that. Steve Bruce was the whole manager.
Okay, Estevao did 30.
Here's João Pedro for Chelsea. Pedro Neto, Estevao, Mark Guiu are getting forward. Enzo Fernandez too. João Pedro's ball in wasn't a terrible idea, but just cleared Pedro Neto.
Yeah. Again, I think when you break forward as quickly as what you do in a Chelsea shirt, I think allowing Arsenal to get back defensively, knowing how good they are.
Well, there's Cole Palmer, who they would always want to be able to select. Liam Rosenior's feeling. Reece James also has a little knock, actually. Caicedo alongside the suspended. His feeling is that Cole Palmer should be available at the weekend for their Premier League game against Brentford, but this one, he said, just came a bit too early for him. And we know that Palmer has basically been struggling most of the season with a niggle that he can't quite shake off. I spoke to him the other week after a game, and he said, I literally don't know how I'm going to feel the day after a game. I could be fine, or I could be hobbling around like a 60-year-old.
That's the thing, isn't it? It's making sure you're managing, making sure you're right for games, particularly someone like Cole Palmer. You know yourself, you know you're in a body of what and how you're going to feel. If he's feeling like that, then obviously is something that's not quite correct for him. He has to be at his best in a Chelsea shirt, as we've seen him provide so many great moments last season.
My apologies to 60-year-olds, by the way. Many of them are very mobile indeed.
Well,
and I'm not far away.
I'm not far off 50. I feel like that some days. And that's not running around a football pitch, believe me.
Here's Enzo Fernandez. '50's the new 30, Lee, don't worry. Chalobah. Cucurella. Pedro Neto. Nice. Got away from Ben White. Saliba's coming across. That might leave a gap, but it was well filled by Declan Rice, who arrived just
Declan
in the nick
Rice
of time.
saved the day again.
Great play from
Ben White got cooked.
I've been impressed with him, I really have, since he's come to Chelsea. It's given a little bit of time to really get into the side and establish himself as a first-team regular, actually, with the size of the squad that Chelsea have had. But he's been standout players, shows his quality in them wide areas.
Ben White really got cooked there, by the way. Oh, sorry. Yeah. But Deck saved the day again.
Enzo Fernandez.
Fernandez is actually playing very well right now.
Ball which control, and Saka can play it through to Victor Gyökeres. Well covered by Trevor Chalobah. Gyökeres. Chelsea have had almost 60% possession of the ball, but it's been Arsenal who've been much the more threatening side.
The history is just a little bit higher, isn't it? 0.27 for Arsenal, 0.12 for Chelsea. Obviously they have dominated the football. Not really asking any questions. Kepa in the goal.
Is Ødegaard. Trossard. Ødegaard again. It's a foul by Enzo.
It's pleading that there's a foul. I think there's a nudge. As well as that tackle from behind from Fernandes.
Well, set piece for Arsenal. Rice may well be looking for the head of Gabriel. It's Ødegaard, in fact, who delivers. Blocked by Chalobah and lifted by Zubimendi. Not an easy volley to control.
No, it's not a great ball, is it, from Ødegaard? It's not dealt with brilliantly neither from the Chalobah. And then, as you said, I think the rebound coming to Zubimendi's got to get everything correct to really test Robert Sanchez in goal.
Referee Simon Hooper is going to ask Chelsea to do that again. João Pedro is fouled by Zubimendi.
But to be quite honest, I think for an Arsenal player playing high up the pitch this evening, I think Mikel Arteta will certainly be saying to his players, go and squeeze on, go and really put the press on, because they don't look confident playing out from the back. I'm sorry, but as soon as Robert Sanchez is playing out, particularly from a goal kick situation, is that they're also quite happy to go and put that squeeze on, and it's quite right, they're in all sorts of bother.
Enzo Fernandez has managed to get away from
I think he's actually
Ødegaard.
playing very high line today.
Chalobah and Fofana. It's his 50th game for Chelsea tonight. Fofana on the ball again here. And it seems a long time since he joined from Leicester City. He's been so troubled by injury. Estevao to Acheampong. And Kepa called into action, though the flag was up.
He was offside.
It was
Acheampong.
good play, wasn't it?
Acheampong got cleared well.
Looks quite clear
Oh, yeah, very
offside.
well.
I mean, angle doesn't
Very
really help.
I'm sorry, I'm an Indian, guys.
Coming from this side,
So
but
it's
So
right
that takes
now.
that strike
Actually,
on.
it's what
flag goes up.
roughly around 2 p.m. So I'll be a bit sleepy.
Estevao is a young man with a lot going for him. Still only 18 years of age. I think he's done okay this season. Some people have heard
But
absolutely
very
raving
honest,
about
Kepa
him.
is very nice on the
You
ball.
think
I
they
think he's very calm
discovered
and
the
composed. So he's
next
doing quite
talent?
well.
I'm not sure about that, but I think he's had a solid first season in England rather than a spectacular one.
Yeah, and I think at 18 years of age, I think that does speak volumes of where he can actually go. I'm a big fan of him, to be quite honest. When he's been called upon, he's produced. Like I say, he's 18 years of age. He's still got a lot to learn. What we've seen so far, to step in straight away and do what you've done so far this season, I've been impressed.
Oh, João Pedro's got away from Zubimendi. Mark Guiu, Estevao, Andres Santos past Guiu. Loads of blue shirts forward here. Can they make something of this good position? Pedro Neto to Enzo Fernandez. Nice ball, João Pedro! Just needed somebody there to apply the finishing touch. And he is asking, where were you?
You know, it's so good. It really
Good play by Chelsea. Really good play by
with the
Chelsea.
swapping sides. Enzo Fernandez picking that lovely through ball for João Pedro. And then he's cut back. I mean, I think he's cutting it back. I don't think he's shooting because he knows it's tight. There's 1, 2, 3 Chelsea players that one of them 3 should be getting into the 6-yard box. And if so, they've got to tap in and it's 1-1. And that's why he's furious. Because I feel he's cut that ball back into the area where someone should have a simple tap in.
Excellent from João Pedro. Marquinhos just fell over on the edge of the Arsenal penalty area. As they advance with Trossard down this side. Trossard infield for Saka. Couldn't quite get it around the corner to Ødegaard. Has found Ben White. Ødegaard's ball in. Timber lets it go. Andre Santos. Saliba approaching the half-hour mark. Back to his feet very quickly, Trossard. Timber, and now there's trouble. Leandro Trossard dancing through, and it's blocked and smothered behind for a corner. He's having such a good season.
Brilliant from
Really good pass.
Trossard. I love this because he's down, he's up. And you know what I love about wide players who want to get on the return of the pass. And that from Trossard. Timber combined really, really well. Almost dancing his way past that Chelsea defence.
So Declan Rice will take this corner kick. Always seems to have a ready smile when he's engaging with those Chelsea fans around the corner flag.
Another corner will coming.
Rice with the delivery, and that's much better.
Sanchez finally caught the ball.
Convincing. With Sanchez, that's what his teammates want to see. That'll give him confidence as well. A little bit of shaky start.
Arsenal have lost each of their last 4 semi-finals in all competitions. A Europa League semi-final against Villarreal, a semi-final in this competition against Liverpool, and another against Newcastle. That was last season, and then the Champions League against Paris Saint-Germain last season as well.
João Pedro was very good on the ball.
Unbelievable stat base, isn't it?
Yeah.
Shows how close they've actually come.
Oh, it's a good save by Kepa. Esteban stepping inside, he got some real power behind that. Kepa had his near post covered.
This is brilliant from Esteban. Chelsea have been good since going a goal down. And it really is, because he almost catches Kepa by surprise. The strike through the legs of Timber. It's at the near post. Goalkeeper makes a real comfortable save, but it's hit with some force.
Half an hour played, up go Kepa's hands, managed to get there. Cucurella back into the mix, and there's a push inside the penalty area on Gabriel. Referee, I think, has said play on. No, he hasn't. Going to go back for that free kick. He's gesturing for someone to come and sit next to him. It's Callum McFarlane who was in charge for that 2-game spell. The great draw at Manchester City in his first game, thrust suddenly into the spotlight. Well, that goal was his 7th in Arsenal colours, Ben White. It's one of 2 teams wondering whether they can't prize Ben White out of Arsenal in this transfer window. Gyökeres.
It's interesting, the squad that Arsenal have. I mean, the depth as well. They could field another starting 11 and potentially have a good finish in the Premier League. That's how strong it actually is. And I'm sure that Mikel Arteta want to keep every single player he's got to give them every chance of winning. Potential 3-4 trophies this season. I think they can do it.
Saliba, runners up, of course, in the Premier League for each of the last 3 seasons. Arsenal is right back to goalkeeper Kepa. Here's Odegaard, Timber to his left-hand side. Jurrien Timber here, trying to tease out Champong. Zubimendi for Trossard. And Trossard over the top, sat up and he got underneath it a bit.
Yeah, just seeing Odegaard there, can he give that pass a little bit sooner? I think Timber's screaming for it in the space. I think if he's on his toes going forward, gives him more chance of taking on his opponent, his fullback, and he's defending there rather than stopping and having to get away from him. I felt the earlier pass was the one from Odegaard. We just delayed on that.
Ben White on Pedro Neto. All of last season with Gabriel Jesus injured for so much of it. The received wisdom was that Arsenal needed a number 9, a focal point for their attack. Gyökeres was the man they went for. Not sure that he's convinced everybody, has he?
I don't think he has convinced everybody. To be honest with you, I think him being in the squad and being in the team, I know that he's got 7 goals in all comps, hasn't he? But I think he will be the player that they bought. I really do. I'm convinced in that. I think they'll score goals from wide areas as they've done time and time again. I think having the likes of Jesus back available, Kai Havertz isn't a million miles off, is he?
He's on the bench today, yeah.
Yes.
As is Jesus, yeah.
So it'll be all about getting them players available as well. But I do think Gyökeres does. He works so hard off the ball. He does draw centre-halves away. Very different to Havertz and Jesus. That's why I think he will contribute to his goals into their season going forward.
I've also been impressed by Gabriel Jesus since he came back from his injury. He's come back very sharp. He was out for a long time, and I felt he was struggling a little bit before he got injured. He actually looks better now than he did before he got the injury a year ago.
Yes, I'm totally with you. I think he looks sharp, he looks bright, he looks like he's got something to really prove, doesn't he? I'm not saying that wasn't the case, but since he's come back, he's been outstanding. He really has.
Esteban here trying to get the better of Trossard, and he thinks he's got a corner. Unfortunately for Chelsea, the referee's assistant on this near side, Simon Long, does not agree. And we're into the last 10 minutes of this first half. That early headed goal by Ben White, which was very avoidable from Chelsea's point of view, is still the difference between the two.
Well, considering we said it would be pretty much a cage affair, I think it's quite open, hasn't it? Also have had opportunities to get forward. Chelsea likewise. So we've got 2 very good teams on show here.
It's cut out by Estevao, but it bounced kindly for Timber. It's worth chasing. Fofana doing so with Zubimendi, and it's an Arsenal corner.
Yeah, you know what? Zubimendi did really well here because he He knew he wasn't going to have the pace to outrun Fofana. That's why he went to the ground and laid off for him to run Arsenal a corner. And we know they're dangerous.
They've got a great record in recent years at Stamford Bridge. They haven't lost any of the last 7 on this ground. They haven't lost any of the last 8 home or away. And they're 1-0 up here. And Chelsea will need to be on their toes here. It's Declan Rice with the delivery. It's Trevor Chalobah with the clearing header, which is collected by Ødegaard. Curling ball headed up and wide by Viktor Gyökeres.
It's interesting, just watching the corner there where, I mean, every Arsenal player that was in the box was surrounding Sanchez, and it was just all about delivery from Declan Rice, which probably wasn't his best one. It does show that obviously worked on putting that pressure on, and then corners are coming, and I know they've been good and they work on them tirelessly, but you can see why just squeezing that little bit of pressure on, making him make a decision.
Very hard to defend against a team who are so good at set pieces and corner kicks. One of the first things I suppose you try to do in order to achieve that is don't concede them, but that's not easy to do.
No, it's certainly not. As we said, Arsenal, physicality that they have throughout the team, strength, they work on it tirelessly.
I know in the recent 0-0 draw at the Emirates between Arsenal and Liverpool, that the Liverpool manager Arne Slot after the game, one of the things that particularly pleased him was they only conceded 2 corner kicks in the whole game. Rice with the ball into the penalty area. Saliba. I think he thought about a shot, then he delivers a curling effort. That's a really good effort from Saliba. It's got a bit of bend, it's got a bit of dip, and it had Robert Sanchez stretching.
Well, one really goes out and puts a tight squeeze on him. That isn't a million miles away, is it, from William Saliba? I think he wanted to pick a pass out, didn't he? But it wasn't one on, so he thought, why not? I'll take that opportunity on. It's just over the bar.
Cucurella just losing that 50-50 with White. Here's Saka. Enzo Fernandez won the challenge, but it almost came through back to Ben White. João Pedro is in a left-back position here. Cucurella handling it forward to Pedro Neto. Zubimendi is holding Pedro Neto. It's a free kick to Chelsea. Here's Fofana. João Pedro. Pedro Neto's weaved a delightful little route here and couldn't find Esteban.
Because Arsenal putting that squeeze on high up, Chelsea do. They have got the players to work it out of areas if they do so.
Fofana and Robert Sanchez certainly giving those Arsenal players encouragement. Acheampong in a tangle of legs. And Estevao has got a yellow card for dissent, and Trossard's got a yellow card for the foul.
Yeah, I think Esteban's having a few words, wasn't he, with Simon Hooper. This one's a blatant yellow card. Acheampong, he's been bright and lively, he's got forward. Just as he gets more advanced, Andrew Trossard inevitable what was coming next.
Last couple of minutes of normal time in this first half. Enzo Fernandez with this delivery for Chelsea. Dropping to Esteval. Through the legs of Trossard. Pedro Neto. Out by Zubimendi. Cucurella. Through to Kepa.
I mean, to be fair, watching the first half, you do feel that, I think you're a Chelsea fan, you'd be looking and feeling you want that ball in the final third, maybe in that central of the park where they look more comfortable. When they're having it around the 18-yard box and it's coming out from Sanchez, where I just feel they look so cagey. It's a yellow card from Cucurella. He's saying that it's not a foul. Blatantly is on Bukayo Saka.
Yes.
Well, he's going in the book.
He is not a stranger to a yellow, you'd have to say. So Ødegaard leaves it for Rice. With a minute of normal time to go in the first half, and Arsenal leading by a goal to nil. This is another potential threat to the Chelsea goal. Declan Rice with the ball in. Ødegaard, Saka. And a corner kick off Cucurella.
It's a long way to go for Cucurella. When you've got Saka running at you, be really aware that you can't really go touch tight to him because it's one touch away him being on a yellow card.
This is only Ben White's 10th start of the season in all competitions. He has the goal. Look at Cucurella leaning into Saliba. In goes the ball, right into that melee, and the referee's whistle goes. And he decides it'll be a Chelsea free kick.
Two really poor corners, one after the other. Obviously, far side where Declan Rice put one in short. Likewise, Saka doing something very similar.
Spare caretaker spell at Derby County. Liam Rosenior, where he was initially part of the coaching staff under Wayne Rooney, along with Shay Given, I think, if my memory serves, and then went on to Hull City, where he was very unfortunate to be relieved of his duties. Chalobah, Cucurella. A miss by Saliba. Just one added minute is nearly up. It's Trossard waving a boot at it. Andre Santos with the block, and the referee, Simon Hooper, says that will do for the first 45 minutes of this two-legged semi-final. Ben White with a header in the 7th minute from the corner kick after Robert Sanchez failed to claim it. That early Chelsea error looked like being repeated in the first 15-20 minutes or so of this game. Esteval has come close at the other end with a smart effort, which was well saved by Kepa Arrizabalaga. There's a bit of an inquest going on from the Chelsea players as they make their way off half-time in the first leg of the semi. Chelsea 0, Arsenal 1.
Oh, Madrid finally scored. Adios amigos, I'm not going to do the second half. Yeah, that's about it.